Hi everyone, welcome to BGR. Today I'm talking about heaters. Yeah, Mr. Heater Buddy Series portable propane heaters. These things they're amazing. Now there are four heaters in the Buddy series. There's the Little Buddy, the Buddy. What was the other one? The Hunting Buddy. That's camel for you hunters. And then there's the Big Buddy. Now all four heaters all use the same safety features. They have the tip over function, they have the ODS system, and two of the four also come with fans to help circulate that hot air. Now, the Little Buddy to me is just, I'm not going to say it's useless, it's probably good in a little tent, but it seems a little top heavy and could probably tip real easy. So I've limited my choices to the Buddy and the Big Buddy. Since I'm not an avid hunter, I can't see having the Hunting Buddy. I don't need a silent ignition, which is really the only thing that the Hunting Buddy has. So that leaves me to the Big Buddy. It's an awesome heater. I mean, considering it takes 2 tanks, has a blower on it, what more can you ask for? But it's becoming a little less portable at this point. So I've decided on getting myself the Mr. Heater Buddy. Now, the Mr. Heater Buddy does not come with a fan. It uses but 1 tank of 1 pound propane tank, and it lasts on low for about 6 hours, and on high, give or take, and it also depends on the temperature, but for about 3 hours. So it's, you're going to go through tanks pretty quickly, so you want to make sure you take a few with you on your trip. Now, I'm primarily going to be using this in my cargo van to keep myself warm in the winter months. And when you're in the mountains, -5 Fahrenheit, oof, damn, that's cold, I'll tell you. I mean, my heater in my truck has a hard time to keep up with that. So I'm going to be installing a little bit of insulation, just some reflective bubble type insulation on that. So I decided to get a heater to put in the truck to run while I'm sleeping. Now, yes, I know, never sleep with your propane heater on. What I'm going to first do is I'm just going to leave it on for a little while, let it warm the interior of the van up after I get to where I'm going for about maybe 10-20 minutes. I'm going to shut it off, and I'm going to see how long it goes for until I need to turn it back on. Of course, I'm going to have my windows open, just a crack, both the driver and the passenger door window open just a bit, and to ensure that the air is being circulated, and I'm not going to asphyxiate myself, because I got a wife and 2 kids, and they count on me just as much as I count on them, right? So I wanted to talk about the ODS system that's included with these propane heaters, and it's very important. You have to have an understanding of it, how it works, why it works, and how to clean it. All right. Now, I'm not going to go into how to clean it. There's again 400 videos on how to clean it, but I wanted to talk about the ODS specifically. Now, all this has to do, or not has to do, but it all revolves around the pilot light. Now, there's a small hole down the tube a little bit, is where it takes its oxygen and allows it to mix with the propane, so as it comes out the tube, it has the proper air fuel mixture and gives you a nice blue flame. Now, if you notice that blue flame is starting to spit or spit a little bit of orange flame, you probably have a dirty pilot system, and a little bit of isopropyl alcohol, Q-tip, clean it out nice and carefully. Take a computer air cans, clean it, and then just blow it through and clean it up real nice, and you should work just fine after that. But what I want to show you, let's get right down onto it, is the pilot light system. All right, we're going to take the camera off, we'll bring it right up here, and we'll check it out and show you exactly what's happening, why it's happening, and how it's there to protect you. All right, so here we go. Now we're looking down into the heater, and you can see here, this is your little pilot outlet. The little thing with the white ceramic piece around, the little pin there, that is your spark igniter. And right here, this is the most important area of this heater right here. Okay. Now what this does, it's heated by the pilot light. Hence, this is why when your pilot light, when you're starting it up and you have to leave your pilot light run for a minute before you release the knob, it's because you want to heat this little area up here, this knob or pin, what you want to call it. And when doing so, it actually creates a small amount of electricity, which is sent to a solenoid, and in turn opens the valve to allow the propane. Now, when you're pushing the knob, it overrides the valve system and allows the propane to come through this valve here. Once you release the valve, once this is heated up adequately, the electricity is sent to the valve. You can release the knob, and this allows the pilot light to stay on. All right, let's take a look at that. All right, so here we go. I just had it on, so it should light real easy. Turn it over to pilot light, press down slowly, press and hold for about 5 seconds, release, and the pilot light stays on. Now, the colder it is, the longer you're going to have to hold down that pilot light switch to heat that little knob up. And you see how the flame is right on it? Okay, now we're going to have to be careful with this because I have and we'll turn it to high. And we'll let that heat up a little bit. Maybe I can turn some of these lights off, give you a better view. Okay, now you can see it's glowing nice and red. Ooh, fire. Okay, so now if that little pilot light is to go out, all right, we'll see what happens. Okay, I blew the pilot light out. You see it's out. We'll wait and see. And there you go, turned off. Now actually, it stayed on a little too long for my liking, but I think you get the picture. Anything happens to that pilot light, the little switch there, a little sensor, cools down, and the unit shuts off. So if there's not enough oxygen for that little pilot light to keep going, it shuts off, that sensor cools down, and the pilot light turns off. So that's a little test of how it works and how it's made to be safe for you. So, you see, it works. And that, I think, is the most important part of any review that is out there, is that it shows you that when that pilot light goes out, the unit shuts off and you're safe. Although, with that said, I still wouldn't operate this without an oxygen, or not an oxygen, but a carbon monoxide detector. Now, of course, you need to remember to always follow the manufacturer's instructions, warnings, and always be sure that at least once a year to follow their maintenance plan of cleaning out the pilot light burner area. Also, just to use a little bit of air pressure from those, like I said, those computer air cans, just to clean out any cobwebs that might have accumulated over the summer when you haven't been using it. Another thing you can do to minimize the amount of cobwebs and the like is to disconnect your propane tank, keep the box that it came in, put it back into a plastic bag, put it back in the box, and store it away nice and neat. This way you minimize the amount of spider webs that might get into the unit, and a lot less hassle for you. As always, my name is John. Thanks for watching.